Saturday morning. We're just left the hotel. We're in the coach and we're on our way to Bosnia. Gone through the Bosnian border, so that you have to make sure you give the tour guide your passport so they can just clear everything. And then we just stopped 5 minutes away, so everyone can go and ease themselves, make some water, as they say. And we're going to go back to the coach now. So far, my sort of take on Bosnia, where we are, just short of the border of Croatia, is it's quite sunny. Yeah, it's quite warm at the moment. I don't know why. It's warmer than Croatia at the moment.
Like something unusual, but all the unusuals are sometimes normal because it's normal. We are doing a round trip and it's tiring, to be honest. Realize unbelievable. And actually I wouldn't let it bring by taxi, but it's not in something that you can find in every supermarket.
Panoramic view of some of the houses from the hotel, just looking at it. And this is in the church town, or village, should I say.
Right. Arrived in Bosnia today. We didn't check in till about 2 o'clock, so we had to walk around the town and have a look. It was very interesting. It's a very religious place because there's the story about sisters that apparently saw the sighting of Mary. This is before the town was built up, and they, like I said, saw the sight of Mary, and all the sisters saw her. And from then, this has become a tourist area for that. It's very, the shops, there's a lot of it's very Catholic. There's a church there and it's always literally packed most of the times. We had a visit to the church, and at the back there's also a lot of seating area. And then behind that there's also the crucifixion of a statue of Jesus on the cross, and there's a lot of people there praying and basically saying their prayers, to the statue, this cross of Jesus. There's also stories, paintings of the story of the crucifixion. So each painting, people go along and pray and everything. So that was quite interesting. It's a very, like I said, very religious. The shops there have rosaries, they have paintings, they have different things that people can buy. They do have a lot of pilgrimage here. So in the probably summertime, or when they come, the town gets quite packed. Now when we came, it is quiet, so it was quite nice, so you could see things. But they do get very busy. So yeah, Bosnia, I've never thought I'd go to Bosnia, but it's one of those trips, it's a lifetime trip you never thought you'd see, and we're here.
Just sitting down having something to eat. It's for our dinner, and it's an interesting hotel. The group is quite big, but I think they split us up into different hotels. We enjoy the food, and it's been really good. And this is in Bosnia.
My name is Maria Chikosi, and I travelled from Cambridgeshire. I ended from a small village called Whittlesea, and very happy and privileged to be on this trip. It wasn't my idea, but my other friend Peter introduced me, invited me to come on the trip.
Thank you. Okay.
And being a Catholic as well, I think one of the incentives is to know a little bit more about St. Faustina and to visit the shrine of St. Faustina. And one of the experiences I had, which I have not come across before, was attending Mass this evening, and the church was absolutely packed. There must have been at least over 200 people in it. But a bit difficult to communicate as not one person could speak English that I spoke to. I think we spoke to about 7 or 8 people. And I was just trying to find out where the shrine of St. Faustina was, but didn't get very far. So hopefully I'll have a bit of luck tomorrow. I'm privileged to be with a very good, friendly group. And everyone is friendly with one another, very churchy, and we've been here a few days, and it's all been very joyful. So all I can say is just thank the Lord for giving me this opportunity. What I've seen so far of Croatia,
Right.
I think generally the people are quite friendly, and even the hotel services were absolutely superb. But sadly this evening wasn't that impressive. And actually most of the things we've done is just the touring with a tour guide telling us the history of Croatia and some of the issues that have happened from a not necessarily political background, but some of the things that just happens with the developments within the country itself and other neighboring countries. But it doesn't appear to be a political country, so that sounds very good. So I think I'm quite impressed with Croatia. It's quite nice. People are very friendly.
And we are going to walk for a while.
Okay, so they've got 1 euro, so you can. Okay.
So where's this place where we are? This place?
This Porcitel.
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 It's on
Porcitel.
my
Okay.
itinerary, the
Okay.
spelling.
So it's a village or a town? Okay.
Small village.
Okay. Very famous in the olden days?
And the last 50 years ago in town, 100 people.
Oh wow.
Ottoman town.
So it's very famous
Yeah.
in history, yeah? Oh wow. Things they sell in Porcitel. It's a very medieval town,
More.
you know, Islamic town by the Ottomans, an original town. It's got a lot of this original architecture still here. So we're in the shop where they're selling, you know, local goods, and it's quite nice. Small shop, but it's got lots of little trinkets, lights, and things like that. The weather's nice. Enjoying ourselves, looking around. Wanted to go into the mosque to see what it was like in there, but it's closed, so we couldn't go in and see. Yeah, we've just been to a carpet place in Bosnia, and it was really interesting. They had all these different types of carpets that seemed like they'd been made in Turkey, but they had motifs from here locally and different quality type, you know, walls, you know, from lamb, neck of lamb, shoulder of lamb, bottom of lamb, stuff like that. And yeah, Mrs. here, she bought some goodies in her bag there. Don't think you can see it. Yeah, she seems quite happy. Yeah, like that. There you go. So yeah, we're having a great time so far. Enjoying the sunshine. Look at this lovely river here, flowing very fast and freely. It's amazing.
he was trying always to invent something, even from his childhood. Can you imagine such kind of crazy child who was going up to the roof of his house and taking an umbrella and jumping from the roof to the ground by opening and closing this umbrella. And you know, such kind of crazy boy. And nevertheless, although his priest father would like him to be a priest, but he wanted, as I said, always to be to make some inventions. But almost he was nearly given up, and while he was teenager, he got a very serious illness, and he was laying on a bed, and he was almost like dying. And his father came to him and says that, I promise you, if you will be again better, healthy, then you can be whatever you want. I don't want to push you anymore to be a priest. And somehow he got rid of this illness. He became again healthy, and he studied in Prague. It was a part of the faculty of Graz from Austria. And then he went to America. And when he comes to America, New York, as far as I remember, only in his pockets $2.40, something like this left. And he started to work in different heavy works, like cleaning, construction worker, and etc. And in between time, of course, he was trying to do some inventions also, some discoveries, and somehow he met Edison, and he found out, invented also alternate current, right? And his aim to distribute the electricity all over the world for free. But Edison was thinking more commercially, and that's why the conflict has been started between Edison and Nikola Tesla. And somehow, you know, shortly before they start to be separated of their partnership, Edison let him sign an agreement, and Nikola Tesla didn't care about what's written over there. And according to this agreement, Nikola Tesla should have a lot of debt to Edison, and he was trying to struggle to pay his debt to Edison. And also he became poorer and poorer, and he started to also sell his patent rights, some of patent rights as well. I can give you an example. Do we say for ultrasound or Röntgen? You know what I mean? For Röntgen.
Oh, X-ray.
X-ray Röntgen.
Oh.
It was his invention, for example. And he sold him Konrad Röntgen, a German business person, as far as I remember. And so many inventions he has been sold of his patent rights. When he died, he was found dead in a hotel room in New York, who left a lot of debts behind him. Unfortunately, we don't know the value of the people while they are living, and we can realize their values after they die. Nikola Tesla was one of them. And now Croatia and Serbia at the moment, they are struggling. One of them says no, Nikola Tesla was ours, and another one says no, Nikola Tesla was ours. And if you have been to Belgrade, you have been there, yeah? Nikola Tesla Airport. The name of the airport is Nikola Tesla.
Wow.
Under the museum, yeah.
And also, yeah, under the museum also. And what else? Yeah, last year, as you know, Croatia passed euro currency, right? They don't use kuna anymore. One of the notes of money, euro money of Croatia, they put Tesla's picture. And Serbia, they say, how can you put Nikola Tesla's picture on the money? It's shown over the news.
Yeah.
And they say, of course, because Nikola Tesla was born in Croatian borders, actual borders, they say. But the Serbian says, no, he was Serbian, so you are not allowed to put Nikola Tesla's picture. And somehow, you know, these conflicts melted by the time. It's not discussed anymore, I think. But a couple of months, it was a very big discussion subject between two countries. That's the short story about Nikola Tesla. That's the reason that you have seen in this church, Orthodox church, his fresco.
Yeah.
Right? Because he was Serbian.
A night here in Montenegro. It's really, really nice. The environment's pleasant. Basically, we had a restful time. We came in about 6. It was getting a bit dark, you know, in the evening. But nonetheless, the hotel's perched right by the seaside. It's got a little sort of gravel area, which is not really a beach. But yeah, we've got boats. And some of our members are going to go on to so like a cruise, boat cruise. We didn't really fancy that, but anyway, so far so good. It's called Montenegro because it's you know, got these dark mountains. So Monte is mountain, and Negro is black, so it's the Black Mountains. They say that at the moment they've got euros, they use euro for the trade, but they don't actually, they're not members of the EU at the moment, but they're hoping they're going to be eventually. And if they do, what will happen is you know, prices will go up, because at the moment they had 400 Turkish companies working here. Now they've got close to 4,000. Yeah, guess how much, you know, interest there is. So people are investing, investors are coming investing. So when they join Europe, obviously it'll be well worth it. It'll probably become a little bit more like Monte Carlo or Monaco, that type of thing, because it's got beautiful landscape. And it's tropical, you know, in areas, and yeah, the weather's nice. Considering we're in March, we're not even in summer yet. It can be quite interesting, warm, yeah. And at the moment it's about almost 8 o'clock, and it's warm enough for us to have a t-shirt on and jeans. And you can see the sea. It's lovely. You've got the mountainous areas over there. Yeah, right there. Yeah, we're loving it at the moment. It's not really a sort of bar and, you know, clubbing type of place. It's more, it's probably more for older people, I'd say. It's not even really for family at the moment. Maybe when it joins the EU, it might, you know, expand its horizon a bit more. But I'm sure they have a few. Well, we saw a few sort of pubs, you know, on our way down. Because you have to come down from the mountain like a zigzag sort of way, and then you get right down to where the seaside is, where the hotel is. As you can see in the distance, it's all little, you know, areas below the actual hills where there's people living. Very, very fascinating natural architecture. So the water's nice and clear here. Very sort of close, you know. I'm sure it's quite deep. It's EJ there, making her way towards me.
Hello, my name's Jacinta. I'm from Northamptonshire in the UK. How did I find out RSD? I had a voucher come through the post because I was subscribed to a magazine and just saw a really good deal. Quite a few people in my office were actually concerned. They said, why are you going to Croatia? What's the racism like there? And I've really enjoyed it. I've had no experience of anything like that, no red looks or anything. I've really enjoyed seeing the culture, seeing a new area that no one I know has actually been to. It's just been a really good experience. I'm happy I came. I definitely recommend this trip to other people. I think it's been really nice to see the culture, meet new people. Like even the architecture, having a tour guide has really been beneficial because I think most people just go to a holiday resort, sit by the pool, not do anything. But actually getting around the scene, even just the little villages, finding out what they're known for within the country, which you wouldn't know outside of there. Just actually getting into the country, not just staying in a hotel. I think it's been really nice.
My name is Rosalind Banjo, and I've come on this trip with my daughter, Jacinta. It's been brilliant. We've never done anything like this, and you know, the fact that, you know, we've been staying in different hotels, gone to 3 different countries, and I would really recommend this. Because you're not just sitting doing nothing, you can still get your steps in. We've been getting in, how many steps? 15 to 12,000 steps per day, which is really good. And you know, I don't even know what else to say. We're going on a boat trip today, and really looking forward to that. Yeah, and we will definitely do another one of these trips, maybe in the next year.
Montenegro. This is the
Very nice.
hotel and all that.
Just arrived, and what I've seen so far, very nice. So we're just going to we've got about 2 hours to have a look around. And yeah, so far it's developing as well. So they're like doing a lot of developments, new buildings and everything. So yeah, it's nice.
Nice. And what do you recommend people come to here to see? I want a Nigerian dog going past, as you do. I've got a hat on. It's a little bit cold at the moment. What's the time now? Probably about 9 o'clock, isn't it? 9:30. So we're here. And so I've got the hat on and jacket. But in the afternoon, when the sun comes out, it'll probably be very warm. Got these nice sort of posh boats. Yeah, as exist the cruisers. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Walkway, you can see all the boats, the marina. The big boat here called Elena. You see they've got high fashion in this store. The whole point is this particular place is going to be really, well, it's upmarket now, as you can see, but they're getting it ready for when hopefully Montenegro joins Europe. So they're already using the euro, but this is all sort of like the Riviera area. where people come and holiday with their big boats and yachts, etc. And yeah, it's quite pricey, but this is still early days. So when it does join, if it does join, the prices will go through the roof. You've got Russians here investing, you've got the United Arab Emirates from Dubai investors here, and people from all over, Italians, UK. Yeah, very, very nice. Well designed.
We're in Montenegro at the moment, and it's very nice. They've got a lot of designer shops, all the well-known designers that here. They've got like yachts and properties for sale. It's very nice. It caters for who are interested in this.
In the restaurant was explaining to me how Porto came about. He said 2012 roughly, some gentleman came down and looked around, and he bought the land, and from there all this wonderful luxury apartments and hotels have sprung up. Amazing.
Do you see the yacht of my uncle? Just over there. The big cruise ships, yes, they are coming to docking here.
Welcome to Montenegro and welcome to Kotor. I am very happy to guide you through this beautiful old town today. Are you all feeling well? Yes. Where are you from? UK? All around. Is this your first time in Montenegro? Then you should know that right now you are situated in one of the 25 most beautiful bays in the world. Yes, the Bay of Boca is also called Boca di Cataro. Why is that so? The part Boca is a Latin word and it literally means lips. The bay is almost in the shape of the lips. And why Boca di Cataro? Because the city of Kotor was always the center of politics, economics and culture in the entire bay. This is one of the oldest trading towns on the Adriatic coast. As you can see on your city plan, the town is very interesting. The city itself is in the shape of a triangle, but also all around the city, as well as all around the hill behind the old town, we have this very long fortified wall. The walls of Kotor are almost 5 kilometers long. This is the second largest fortification on the Adria. On some points, the walls of Kotor are up to 20 meters high and 60 meters wide. Imagine. People in Kotor needed 10 centuries to complete them. We needed more time for these walls, for the walls of Kotor, than Chinese for the walls of China. But we always like to say that these are of much better quality. If you check out the top of the hill, on it you will see one fortress with the flag of Montenegro. The fortress on top is the oldest part of our town. This is the Immediate fortification San Giovanni or San John. It dates from the 2nd century before Christ. Still today, if you want, you can visit it, but you need to know that you need to pay the entrance for the fortification system. The entrance ticket is 15 euros, but money is not the problem here. It's the stairs. You have to pass 1,384 stairs until you reach the top of the hill. So definitely it is a good exercise. About 45 minutes is needed to reach the top, but I believe 10 to 15 minutes to come back down. Coming back down is very easy. don't worry, we are not going over there, but we will visit the most important squares inside of the old town. As soon as we enter inside, you will notice that Kotor was not developed in one specific period of time, but the city was growing over the centuries under the influences of many different cultures, many different traditions. Yes, the Illyrians were first, but after Illyrians we had Roman Empire, Byzantine, Slavic people, Russian English seamen, French occupators, Venetians and Austro-Hungarians. Many people were switching. The strongest influence and the longest one is Venetian. Kotor was under the Venetian influence for over 400 years. So maybe in the end you would say that this is pretty much a Venetian town. The city of Kotor has 3 entrances. You will see them marked on your city plan with dark blue numbers 1, 2 and 3. And right now we are in front of the dark blue number 1 on your city plan. Number 1 is the sea gate. Why is it called the sea gate? Because in the past it was much closer to the sea. As we approach it, you will notice different structure, different look of the stone on the floor. For example, over here it is rather grippy, but immediately in front of the gate the stone is slippery. Also it is in the shape of an old dock, because that indeed was the old dock, and the ships would approach immediately in front of the gate to unload their products inside.
Interesting.
We have quite a lot of little squares. Squares are very important. They show some of them show religious importance, some of them show economical importance. Kotor was a trading town where plenty of ships would arrive in order to exchange their products, to give something that they had for something that they truly needed. And this is how over the years the city developed. This is also how we got the names of some of the squares in the old town. You will find them very easy to be remembered. For example, some squares are called like the square of the cathedral, since we have one very important church over there. We also have the square of the Orthodox churches. But on the other side, we have square of the weapons, square of the salad, the square of the milk and cheese, the square of the woods, the square of the bakery. We even have the square of the cats. But don't worry, we don't eat cats in Kotor. They are more than respected, because who can chase mice and rats better than the cats do? During winter, in this city that is surrounded with walls, there is quite a lot of humidity, and humidity will attract mice and rats. And who is the best helper for this? But the cats of Kotor. Yeah. Still today the city is inhabited by locals, and all of these families that live within the fortified system, they have at least one cat in their house. But even the stray cats are taken very good care, I can say. Each year they are vaccinated and sterilized to control their number. They are fed every day on the square of the cats, and in the end, in each souvenir shop you can see something in the shape of a cat. So now you know why cats of Kotor are so important. They save the city of Kotor many times from diseases. And if you want a small snack during your free time, just in front of the main entrance where we started our tour, you will notice that on one side there is a big coffee place, but on the other side there is a small market. So over there you can buy some local produce, some fruits, but also sandwiches, pancakes, something small for a snack if you are not in the mood to spend your time in one of the local restaurants. So this I would recommend for all of these who want a quick snack in their free time before continuing to the next spot. For all the others, there are quite a lot of restaurants on the square of the cathedral. It's not just because of the views on the cathedral, but also because of the views in the background. Now you can really understand why the name of our country is Montenegro. In the local language, the name of our country would be Crna Gora, and the literal translation in English would be the country of black mountains. Why? Montenegro is a rather mountainous country. About 70 mountain peaks in Montenegro are higher than 2,000 meters of altitude. Most of these mountains are covered with black cypresses, dark pine forests, and this is what in the end gives the illusion of the black mountains. Now you would probably think, Sophia, what are you talking about? These mountains are more white than black. And I would say that you are correct. Why does this happen? In the Bay of Boca, mountains and hills are made out of limestone. And what kind of material is limestone? Limestone cannot hold water. After very strong rain, all the rain will go through the mountain, through the hill to the bottom, and then it has to exit somewhere. It exits in the Bay of Boca. Since you don't have enough water, there is no enough reason for high vegetation to grow on these mountains. So yes, because of the limestone, here mountains are white, but believe me, all the others are black. Now, regarding religion, in Montenegro people are extremely religious. Only about 1% of our population are atheists. On the other side, we have 80%, up to 80% Orthodox Christians, and remaining 20% is shared in between Muslims on one side and Roman Catholics on the other. You can visualize Montenegro as a small country that exists through the history as a border in between great empires, in between East and West. From one side we had the influence of the Venetians, from the other side we had constant attacks of the Ottoman Empire. So as you travel all around the Montenegro, in different parts of the country, you will notice different religion, different tradition, and different level of development. In the Bay of Boca, Venetian influence; in the very south and very north of the country, a little bit more of the Muslim influence, Ottoman influence. Over here in Kotor, on this square we have one beautiful cathedral. Cathedral is in dedication to Saint Trifun. This church is the seat of a bishop in Montenegro, the most important Roman Catholic church in our country. But you will notice at the very entrance one statue of the saint. You will notice that Saint Trifun is holding the city of Kotor in his arms. He is holding the city as he is the saint protector of the old town. But he is not originally from Montenegro. He lived in the period of the Roman Empire in the village called Nicea, Nicomedia. Today, this village is a part of Anatolia province in today's Turkey. But in the back, Nicea was very important, as well as Saint Trifun. He was a very young boy who had the ability to heal other people with his touch. It was enough that only he touches you and you will become healthy again. But he didn't live in a very good timing. It was the period of the persecutions of the Christians and the period of the Emperor's Decius. So Trifun was killed in the end when he was only 14 years old. Centuries after, early 9th century, Venetian merchants will bring the relics of Saint Trifun in Kotor, and at this time we have a construction of a small church in his dedication. Later, from the 12th century, on the same spot, we start a construction of this big cathedral. Therefore, on the towers you are noticing two dates. 1166, the year of consecration. But this cathedral was finished already in 1130s. 2016 is a date of celebration of 850 years from the consecration date. This means that in front of you is one of the oldest European cathedrals. This church in front of you is older than Notre Dame in Paris, for example. It's even older than Discovery of the America. But many times through the past it was damaged because of the earthquakes. In Montenegro, every 100 years there is a small earthquake, every 300 years there is a big one. Our cathedral was heavily damaged by the great Dubrovnik earthquake, mid-17th century. So after this earthquake, a lot of its exterior was changed. Today you will notice even two different towers. The last big earthquake in Montenegro was at 1979, and after this one, our town is under the UNESCO's protection. In the end, what is good to notice that in between these big earthquakes we have about 300 years and only 50 passed from the last one. So we are quite positive that there is no earthquake today. Now, Cathedral is the only church in Kotor where you would have to pay the entrance. The entrance is €4 per person because of a lovely museum kept on the upper floor that you can also visit. In all the other churches in Kotor, if you see that the doors are opened, you are welcome to enter. In other churches, entrances are free of charge, but definitely recommendation for our cathedral. Now let us slowly continue to the square of the Maritime Museum of Montenegro. Your teeth. This is a Slovenian family, but they needed to move to Kotor because here they had better chances to improve as sailors and traders. The family was quite successful and they had numerous palaces in the Bay of Boka. This is one of the best buildings that they constructed. Why? Because this is the only palace, the only building in the old town of Kotor that never had any damages from the earthquakes. How did this happen? The entire building is made out of Montenegrin strong limestone. These two balconies that we can see, they are another symbol of status, even though they are smaller, because they were imported from the Korčula island in Croatia. They were brought on ships in Kotor, carried by many men until here, and then installed on the building. But last thing that you can notice is these black anchors on the facade. This is the first family that started using the system to secure the building, which means that there is one of these anchors on our side, there is another on the opposite side of the building, and there is a thick wire through the floor holding these two together, which gives more stability to the building in case of an earthquake. After this family, many others copied the system. So thankfully today, Kotor is a much safer town. In the end, this family was not so numerous, so the last member will very soon decide to leave the building as a present to Kotor municipality. Today, it is fully hosting the Maritime Museum of Montenegro, and this is, in my opinion, the best spot to visit in Kotor. Inside you can follow overall history and development of Kotor. You can see models of ships that really existed in the area. You can see weapons used in defending the city, jewelry of the local ladies, ethnographic salon, even furniture from the rich and noble families in Kotor. There is one salon made out of lemon tree and the other one from the rose tree. Imagine, those families really wanted to show their richness. So definitely visit it if you have time. The entrance is €6 per person, and I believe that you can get an audio guide as well.
arrived at our penultimate hotel, it's the one before the last. So we're gonna, it's 4-star, it's called the Hotel and Resort Mediterranean. So basically we upgraded to how can I call it, all inclusive. That's it, all inclusive, so you get all your dinner, your breakfast and stuff. It's really, really, you know, more convenient. Don't have to worry about anything really. It's a pretty good hotel by the looks of it, and there's a lot of people here, so you can see the motif here, and that's actually a pool, believe it or not. But because it's still cold, you know, still winter, isn't it? March. Pool's empty. It's not the one swimming. There's no water there. But later on, you know, during sort of like the tourist time, it'll be probably full, and people will be able to go there. It'll be a lot hotter, a lot more warmer as well. So we're in March, but it's not as cold as I thought it would be for this time of year. You know, it's pretty reasonable. Still need a jacket though, I'd say, just for now. As you can see, EJ sitting down there, all comfortable. She likes all this nice, relaxing atmosphere things, you know, just chilled. Probably gonna offer, no, she's probably gonna order coffee or something very soon. You gonna have a coffee or something?
I'm waiting for when we
check in. Okay, then after.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Because it's what do you call it? All inclusive. You don't probably won't need to order one. You know, you could probably just go and help yourself to one.
Yeah.
The next Monte Carlo, once it joins European Union and stuff like that. So that's the inside the actual hotel. Let's see. Looks like there's a film crew or something going on now. The coach we took, we're on number 12, which is that the coach number 12 over there.
So far, this holiday has been really, really good. You know, this is like off the beaten track. This is somewhere that I wouldn't say, right, I'm going to book. You know, this is, it's very interesting. Like, you know, now we're in Budva, which is not far from the hotel we're staying in. We're staying in that hotel for a few days. And we decided, let's go and walk, because I've asked all the other guests and they've said, oh, it only takes about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So we said, oh, this morning, it wasn't our intention to go to Budva, but then when we saw the signs, I thought, oh, let's go. And it's only about, say, 30, 35 minutes, and we're almost near Budva. We've been there before, and we're going to go again. And this time, we're not in a rush to get to the coach. We could take a leisurely stroll, but it's very nice, very different. It's kind of like not what I expected. And you can see Budva in the background over there. Yeah, that's where we're going to walk to, and see what else we didn't see last time.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Montenegro. I'd heard about it, not really known much about it at all. But coming to it and seeing what's going on, obviously we're not in the holiday period. The holiday period is right from June to October, November. So we're a little bit early, we're in March. Nonetheless, there's still people around and still a little bit going on. At the moment, we're sitting right by the seaside. You can hear the sea splashing, as it were, making a little bit of noise. And we're in a village called Budva. It's an ancient village which has got tourism outside, you know, sort of restaurants and bars and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a little bit off the beaten track. You know, you wouldn't really think of going to this side of the Europe really, but nonetheless we thought we'd take a trip and just to encourage more black folks to come out as well and see what's going on in this side of the world. Most people go to Spain, Portugal, etc., but you're just going maybe with a tour guide, because that's what we've done. We've come with a tour guide and they're showing us all around, coach trips from one village to another village, and we discover all the history and see all the palaces and all the sort of churches, etc., etc. And if you're Christian or Muslim or whatever, in terms of faith, there's lots and lots of Christian churches to see inside and outside, and lots of mosques as well. You'd enjoy it. But yeah, it's been so good. We've had very, very good food, hospitality, and the service has been really great. We're enjoying ourselves so much. It's just like their fishing fleet, you know, local people who are fishermen, they go fishing and they purchase the goods from them from the restaurants, and so you got fresh food, fresh fish, etc., to be able to eat for dinner, etc., etc. Very, very nice. And here's an example of sort of restaurants you got here. This is a really nice one. Obviously in the height of holiday period, it'd be a lot more busier than it is. And here's a lovely cat. They've got lots of cats around here, and they look after them very well. It's a bit of a trade-off. The cats themselves, they look after the whole of the seaside, as it were, in terms of if there's any mice or rats, they catch them, especially at night time. But they're really well kept. They look after themselves, you know, their coats are clean, and people do feed them. People eating, relaxing, pretty chilled, very nice. And they're building new sort of holiday apartments, etc. Large ones, as you can see in the background there. It's becoming more of a touristy place and in more demand. So that's what's happening here. As we said before, there's Budva just over there. It's got a castle, it's got like a wall, city wall, an ancient city wall. It's been there for many, many years. If I guess, maybe 500 years or more. Apparently it was after a film. They've been shooting the film here, and they left it as a token to Budva. It's very much recognised by the people. So we're in Standout Store, which is in Budva. It's a really nice shop. It's got the cats. I told you there's lots of cats all floating around, and they look after Budva, you know, get rid of the mice and other pests and stuff like that. So they've got one t-shirts, and it's got Montenegro on it, and I've just been treated to one by my partner, which is really nice. As you can see, lovely bags and shirts and stuff like that. It's got bags as well, so if you want a handbag or something to take to work, it's really nice, and they're very friendly. So come to Budva, the actual city itself, the old city, and go to the shop and support them, all right?
My name is Yinka, and I'm from Nigeria, and I'm in Budva, Montenegro. It's a beautiful place. I'm surrounded by Balkan mountains and the blue Adriatic Sea. It's a nice place to be, despite not seeing a lot of people who are like colored, but then it's still nice to be here. Yes, so do you have any question for me?
Yeah, so what have you enjoyed so far, and how you found the hospitality and the place, the history and everything?
I think I like the food. Yeah, I mean, it's not spicy, but then it's still very nice, and I think they do more of Italian meals over here, and it's quite nice. For hospitality, I really cannot say, because if you come here alone, you are probably on your own, because a lot of people don't speak English, and to communicate is quite hard, and they stare at you like they've not seen a black person before. So, which is, I mean, it's it tells me a lot of things, which means they don't travel and we don't even travel more, and we need to like be outside and let people see us more. That's just it.
That's good, fantastic. And how would you encourage more Nigerians or Africans or diasporans to come over to here to see this part?
Well, you see, I was in Albania on the 6th of this month, and I put out a tweet, and I said the black child needs to travel more. He needs to travel more to the extent that when people see you, they don't stare. When people see you, they don't bring out their phones to take pictures of you, so that when you get on a plane of over 300 people, you don't see like 2 black people on the train, you know. So we need to like go out there, let it not be all about work. Just go out there, spend some money and have fun, build make memories, and you know, those are the things that keep you going when you don't have the strength to work any longer.
That's fantastic. And what's your background? What do you do for a living?
Well, I'm a support worker. I work with people with ADHD, learning disability, autism, and that sort of thing. I basically work in healthcare. Okay, so do you travel a lot? Well, I have just started traveling. I didn't used to travel, but then it's just, I thought it has always been work. What else do I have to do in life? I need to like see new places and gain new experiences. So that's just it.
That's it. And which country are you based at the moment?
In the UK.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Susan, and I found myself here in Montenegro for the first time and absolutely love it. I'm actually an independent travel agent, so I get to travel the world for a lot less, and I thought I'd start trying some different places. My parents are both from Jamaica, and generally I go to Jamaica every year for 2 weeks a year, but I decided to spread my wings and try some different places nearer to home. I actually live in London, so 2 hours 45 minutes here in beautiful Montenegro, and so far the experience has been good. The people have been very friendly, and I definitely would come back here in summer because it's a really pretty place to visit. So come to Montenegro.
What would you say to our people? What can our diasporans and those in the main continent and the Caribbean, what would you say they can get out coming to here? What would they?
It's just nice to see how different people in different countries live and interact. I know I've travelled quite a bit around Europe, and the reception is not always great for our people, but I have found since being here the people of Montenegro are very friendly, very warm, and it's been good. So it's good to experience different cultures for sure. Definitely broadens the mind. Okay. And Instagram is